Welcome to Zengage Yoga Deep Hour. I'm Bee, and this is Schroeder. Join me in a comfortable seat. Eyes closed or cast down. Notice your breath. Notice how your nostrils feel with every inhale and exhale. Allow the air around you to touch your skin and make you aware of your body in this space. Relax your jaw. Tip your head to one side, stacking your ear on your shoulder, stretching the other side of the neck. Back to center. Tip your head to the other side. Breathing. Back to center. Turn your head, stacking chin over shoulder, and back to center, and take it over to the other side, stacking your chin over your shoulder. Back to center. Inhale your arms up, hands to prayer heart. Inhale arms up. Exhale, prayer heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to prayer heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands down. Arms up. Revolve, twist. And back, arms up, revolve, twist to the other side. Repeat this a couple of times. Tadasana arms, and push the energy down. Slowly open your eyes, smile. Make a diamond shape with your legs, soles of the feet together, knees wide. Stack your props, blocks, bolster so that you can have a very comfortable place to rest. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. During this deep hour, we will hold these poses for longer than regular. And the idea is to release, not hold any tension or torsion, just being and breathing. Allowing what will be will be. You may lay on one cheek, allowing the neck to twist. Drop the shoulders down the back. Relax the hands and the feet. If you've chosen to lay on one cheek, come back to center, stretch the back of the neck, inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist to the other cheek. breathing, allowing your thoughts to drift in and drift out. Come back to center, stretch the back of the neck. Roll up each vertebrae at one time, the head and neck last. Move your props. Come all the way down to the back. A mini Shavasana, checking in, just noticing the body, recognizing how we feel. Draw the knees in, hug them, roll to one side or the other, giving a mini back massage. Relaxing the toes, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the jaw. Taking whatever you need in this moment. Come to seated. Grab a bolster or pillow or a stack of blankets and place them right by your hips. Supta Baddha with the legs, and lean back, resting the shoulders, rounding them, resting on the pillow or the bolster. Your diamond-shaped legs can be as wide or as narrow as comfortable. Your arms can be as wide or as close to the body as comfortable. Breathe into the belly, out through the nose. If your knees feel too much like they're having to work to be suspended here, you may place blocks underneath each knee for support. Bring one hand to the belly and one hand to the heart. Scanning, recognizing how the body feels and not placing any judgment on it, just allowing it. Switch hands. Opposite hand on the belly, opposite hand on the heart. Inhale, exhale. Rise up, remove your bolster. Come into tabletop and follow your breath into cow and cat. Inhale, dip the belly, lift the heart, lift the tailbone, cow pose. And on an exhale, arch the back, round the shoulders, tuck the tailbone, cat pose. Following the breath, inhale, cow, exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Adding any organic movement here. Rocking back and forth. You may tuck the toes, you may stretch the wrists. See curves one side and the other, remembering to breathe. Gentle, mindful movements. Ground down into the tops of the feet, hover the knees. Back down into tabletop. Rock back into child's. You may have your toes and your knees wide apart. You may have your toes together in traditional child's and the knees apart. Whatever you need in this moment. Relaxing the shoulders, arms outstretched. Breathing. And rock the head from side to side, massaging the forehead to the mat. Labeling any thoughts that come in and letting them go. Rocking side to side. Stretch out into puppy pose, hips to the sky, knees and the tops of the feet pressing down, chin on the mat if you have the space. And rocking back into tabletop. Arm out and up, thread the needle. Looking underneath the opposite armpit, shoulder stretch here, hips to the sky. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Lifting back up into neutral tabletop and over the other side. Arm out and up to the side. Thread it through. Shoulder stretch. Grounding down into the tops of the feet and the shins for stability. And coming back to neutral. Tuck the toes, hover the knees, downward facing dog. Pedal your dog generously, bending the knees. Bending one knee and bending the other knee. Any organic movement that feels good. Inhale high on the toes and roll out into high plank and back into downward facing dog. Inhale high on the toes, roll out high plank, rock back into downward facing dog. Inhale high on the toes and melt the heels to the back corner of the mat, bending that front knee generously to get a stretch in the side body and to keep those hips squared. And take the heels over to the other side of the mat, bending that other knee, squaring the hips, squaring the shoulders. Inhale high on the toes, melt the heels down, 8 to 10 tiny steps forward, forward fold, bending the knees generously to get the torso on the top of the thighs. You may find a bind behind your back or encourage your head and neck to fall down with gravity, swaying side to side. Release your bind. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, fold, inhale, Tadasana. Hands to prayer heart. Begin again, Tadasana, forward fold. Heel toe your feet mats width distance apart and drop down into supported Malasana squat or garland pose. using a block or whatever you may have at your disposal, sitting on it with your hips, and then creating tension between your prayer heart hands, your elbows, and your knees, expanding that hip space. Straightening the spine down the back, shooting that tailbone down into the ground. You can create more torsion and move your shoulders side to side to get a bigger stretch in your legs, or you can stay here. Straighten the neck. Come off of your prop, roll out. Staff pose, remove the meaty bits from under your hip points, arms up. Bend the knees and fold forward. Relax the feet. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bending the knees as generously as you need. Always remembering to breathe. Massage the toes and the arches of the feet. Give yourself grace. Give yourself love. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Slowly roll up, stacking one vertebrae on top of the next. The neck and the head are the very last to complete the stack. Inhale, exhale. Come to a seat. Raise one arm, raise the other arm. Take one wrist and stretch the side body. Gently pulling the wrist with the other arm. Release your bind and tip the body to the side, getting a deeper stretch in the ribs. Breathing. Arms up, back to center, and over to the other side, opposite wrist, up and over. A tiny bit of pull here to assist gravity. And release the bind, bend the opposite elbow and tip to the side. Back to center. Seated tree. Extend one leg, bend one knee, soles of the feet into the thigh. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. Releasing, relaxing. I realize I'm not cueing right or left, and that is because I want you to follow your own guidance. Choose whichever side you wish to choose. On camera, I'm stage right or stage left, I suppose, so it gets complicated. Zero judgment. You know where we're going. Inhale, lift up. Switch sides. The other sole of the foot into the other thigh. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold, seated tree. Bending that knee. Taking whatever you need to release in this pose. Inhale, lengthen, Exhale, fold. Allowing anything to come into your mind, labeling it, and letting it go with each exhale. Lifting back up. Coming down, bringing our bolsters to the side hip, tipping the knees to one side and twisting over the bolster. You can stack your foot on top of the opposite knee. Remembering to breathe, and with each inhale, lengthen the spine, and each exhale, twist deeper. Rising back up, bringing the knees to center, adjusting your bolster, tipping the knees to the opposite side. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist and fold over the bolster, allowing the shoulders to drop down. You may stack that foot on top of that knee if you need a deeper twist. Taking whatever you need. My husband calls deep stretch nap yoga. And he's exactly right. It's the yin, it's the cool, easy, releasing, relaxing. Remembering to breathe. Allowing ourselves stillness. Coming back up, removing your prop, lowering down onto the back, being able to graze the heels with your fingertips. Supported bridge. Use your prop here to prop up underneath your hips to make sure those hip points are pointed directly up to the sky, and then grounding in the feet and the top and the blades of the shoulders. Pointing the chin up so that there's space in the throat. No tension, just breathing. You can extend your legs out, getting a deeper back bend. Although bridge is never about the back bend per se, it's about grounding down from the knee to the feet into the mat and pointing that pelvis up and back. Coming back up, you can pull one knee in. And then pull in the other knee. Or just stay in supported bridge. Ground down and come off of your prop, all the way onto your back. Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees apart, hand on the belly, hand on the heart. Checking in this moment. How does it compare to the last? Label that thought and move on without judgment. Pull the knees back in and take the feet mats width distance apart, tipping the knees in together, constructive rest, hands on the belly right below the belly button. And just breathe. Inhaling and exhaling. Happy baby, grabbing the outer edges of the feet with each hand, opening up, bending the knee, rocking from side to side, giving the lower back a massage. Straightening the back of the neck. Bend one knee and extend the other leg, rocking to that side. And pull that extended leg in and extend out the other side. Back to center. Hug the knees in. Rock up, back and forth. Come to a seat. Inhale, exhale. Lizard lunge. Using whatever props to get yourself in a comfortable position. This is not the most comfortable of poses, and I love these poses, these hip stretching poses, getting into the root chakra, the place where we hold all of our memory and guilt and emotion. The goal for the next several minutes is to settle in lizard lunge, be supported, and exactly that, just be. I used to think silence was scary or boring or a waste. And after many moons of introspection and self-discovery, I've learned to embrace the silence as a gift. In interviews, the interviewer typically is advised to sit in silence. The more we sit and wait, the more the answer gets impatient and shows itself to us. Rise back up, remove your props. Lizard lunge on the opposite side, positioning whatever you need, getting into that restful space. It was an interesting choice doing a deep stretch out on the patio with Schroeder in this moment during the most introspective and the moment that I hoped for the most stillness. He decided to chase some lizards. And that was his deep stretch for the day. Coming back to breath. Releasing the shoulders. Feeling the stretch in the hamstring, the hip socket. Straightening the back of the neck, releasing the jaw. recentering, coming back to breath. It's always available. Take two is always available. Rise back up. Remove your props. Hero's pose. Hips over heels, the knees bent, thighs stacked on top of shins. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. If it's too much to put the top of the head on the mat and stretch the back of the neck, find a block and create a straight line from the neck to the spine. Rounding the shoulders, breathing. Inhale, lift up. Come onto the knees, support the back, camel pose. If you'll notice, this is bridge on the knees, not a back bend. It's about pointing the hip points forward, tilting the pelvis. Support the back, come on up. Open the heart. Breathe. Slowly come up. Sit back down on your heels. Setting up for half pigeon. In this video, I'm doing half pigeon on the front, obviously, laying down, and half pigeon can be done on the back. Support yourself and rise up. Remove your prop if you used one. Come into revolve side angle and drop down into horizon, coming on the blades of each foot. Inhaling back up to revolve side angle and coming into seated twist. Hug that lifted knee in and twist out to the side. Inhale, hug the knee in and a mini counter twist to the other side. Whatever transition you need to get into half pigeon on the opposite side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, support yourself, come on up. Remove your prop. Heel toe your foot to the side, revolve side angle. Horizon coming down on the edge of each foot. Back up into revolve side angle and seated twist. Hug the knee in, exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, counter twist the other side. Coming on to the belly, rise up into tabletop, shoulders over elbows over wrists, hips over knees. shins and the tops of the feet pressing down. Rocking tabletop. Coming onto the belly. Sphinx pose. Dragonfly your arms, one elbow over the other, tuck the toes, fold your head over those elbows, stretching the shoulders. Breathing. Reverse your arms, tuck the toes, getting a little bit of a push up, and then folding over. Coming all the way onto the belly, arm out to the side, roll on to the shoulder, getting a shoulder stretch here. You may grab a block for your head to keep your neck straight. Twisting as far as your body allows. No tension, no torsion. Rolling back out onto the belly, extend the other arm out to the side and roll onto that shoulder. Bending a knee. Coming back to that diamond fold we did at the beginning of practice, Supta Baddha with the legs, and then make your block tower, bolster tower. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. Releasing the hands, releasing the feet, revisiting. Again, begin. Begin again. Straighten the back of the neck. Breathe. Roll on to one cheek. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale back to center and twist over in the other cheek. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Rising back up, moving your props. Come to a comfortable seat. Roll the shoulders up, back and down, up, back and down. Now, opposite way, back up and down, back up and down. Roll all the way down onto the back, Shavasana. Come back into the body by deepening the breath and wiggling the fingers and the toes. Full body stretch with a yawn. Any organic movement here. Pull the knees into the chest and give yourself a great big hug, thanking yourself for this gift. Roll to one side, finding the fetal position. When you're ready, lift up into a comfortable seat, eyes cast down or closed, palms face down to ground, face up to receive. Scan the body. Hands to prayer heart. Hands to third eye center. We bow and say namaste. Namaste. Thanks for practicing.